Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you the fundamentals of Google Calendar. You can access Google Calendar by clicking on the waffle in the upper right of your screen and then selecting the calendar icon, or type in the URL calendar.google.com in your address bar at the top of the screen. Here's our Google Calendar. You can scroll through the months by clicking on the left or right arrow, or go to today by clicking on the Today button. The three horizontal line menu will either hide or display the left sidebar menu. You can change the view of the calendar by clicking where it says month. Now we have our day view, so we only see one day. Here is our week view. Here we can see the entire month of May. And lastly, here is the entire year 2020. Let's go back to the month view. Settings live under the gear cog icon in the upper right. And here is my main calendar listed in the My Calendars section. These are all calendars that I have created or own, and I can hide or display those calendars by clicking on the up arrow next to My Calendars. Calendars can be turned on or off by clicking on the square in front of the calendar name. So when I click on it, all the events associated with that calendar disappear from my view, but they are not deleted. I can recheck the box to bring them back. Other calendars is where the calendars that have been shared with you will live in your Google Calendar view. They can also be turned on or off in the same manner. Uncheck or check the box in front of the calendar name to hide or display those events. To create an event, we're going to click on the Create button in the upper left. Or you can click in the day on the calendar when you want to create the event. So we're going to create an event on the 27th. Here's our event creation window. We can give our event a title. And we could also invite guests to our event by clicking in the Add Guests field. Click More Options to edit more details about the event. For example, I could change the date of the event by clicking on the current day and selecting the date from the calendar dropdown. To give the event a time, I have to uncheck all day and choose the time I would like. To make a repeatable event, I click where it says Do Not Repeat, and I could have the event repeat daily or every week on Wednesday, or I could choose a custom repetition. For example, we could have this event repeat every 2 weeks on Monday and Wednesday. Then you have to click Done to save. I also want to add a location or an address to a physical place in my event. I could add video conferencing by clicking on Add Google Meet or make it a Zoom meeting. I can set up my notifications so I can get a notification on my computer or on my phone. In this case, I'll get the notification 1 hour before the event. And at the bottom of the screen, I can attach a message to my invite. All of the guests will see this message. On the right side of the screen, we see the guests which we had invited before. Guest permissions below shows what the guests can do. Can they change an event or modify it if I check that box? They can invite others, and they can see the guest list. When I'm finished, click the Save button and send invites to guests so that they are notified about the event. And here is our test event created on May 27th. To share your calendar, click on the 3 dots next to the calendar name, and then Sharing Settings. If I scroll down a little bit, I can see my calendar's permissions. I can make my calendar available to the public. I can get a shareable link to my calendar. I can copy the link and paste it in an email or another announcement. Here are the access permissions of my calendar. My calendar is currently public, so anyone can see it. But outside of my organization, they only see if I'm free or busy. If I uncheck it, I can make my calendar available to everyone at Middletown Public Schools and choose what I want them to see. See all event details shows them exactly what's on my calendar. I can share my calendar with specific individuals so they have it in their other calendar section. Type the name or email address of the person you wish to share with. Choose what you want them to see, either all event details or just to see if you're free or busy, then click send. They will receive an email that looks like this that says you invited them to see your calendar, and then they click add this calendar in the email. This will add your calendar to their Google Calendar.